Dr. Constance, let me ask you, if can the most benevolent military regime be better than a skewed, democratic government with obvious electoral inadequacies?
That's a difficult one. It's not black and white, right? So many people would prefer a democratic government, but a democracy that is working, that is functioning, not a democracy where elections are not done rightly and people impose themselves on the masses. People have given instances of Libya, for instance, that he was a benevolent dictator. The quality of life in Libya was very high, although you could argue that civil liberties were limited. Whatever be the case, I think people would prefer a situation where there are civil liberties, there is freedom, they have their human rights, and they can do whatever they want to do, and then the government is not limited to a family. Because when you look across West Africa, for instance, you have some, not only West Africa, you have countries where the power passes from the father to the son. Nobody wants to do that in a country. It's not your clan, it is an entire country. But going back to what is happening, when you look at all these countries, there is a common thread. Most of them are francophone, so ruled by former colonial power France. And when you see the resentment on ground, there's a huge anti-France sentiment. And it is because of a couple of reasons. They believe that most of the economic agreements do not favor them. And then it doesn't bring development to them. So they want most of these countries to be out of their domain. And then there is also the cultural imposition. There is the exploitation of resources that they think does not work in their interest. So these are issues that the AU and ECOWAS need to look at more closely. You need to provide economic prosperity in these countries. You need to banish poverty. You need to promote transparency. You need to promote good governance. And then the states, the institutions have to be strengthened. The state has to be strong. If the state is weak, this is what you get.
Rich in uranium, in gold, and other natural resources, but yet its poverty index is number 1 or number 2 in the world. Should it be so? What are the reasons for the incessant or the gradual creeping back of coups, insurrection in West Africa?